Kristen Fiddler if you want. Do you want me to do the gavel?
Call to order the Schenectady Urban Renewal Agency. First item on the agenda, the acceptance of the minutes from our February 17, 2015 meeting. Moved by Mr. Riggi, seconded by Mr. Ferrari. All in favor of the minutes as presented signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes stand adopted. Next item is the adoption of Resolution 2015-02, the acceptance of some foreclosed property from the City of Schenectady. Entertain a motion. Moved by Mr. Mudaviran, seconded by Mr. Riggi. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Any other business come before the agency? Seeing none, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Mr. Mudaviran, seconded by Ms. Perazzo. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Agency stands adjourned. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to call to order the City Council caucus meeting for February 23rd, 2015. First item on the agenda is a public hearing, so if the clerk would read that.
Public hearing amending the Schenectady City Code to amend the zoning of select parcels on State Street and Brandywine Avenue from C2 Mixed Use Commercial District to PMD, Planned Mixed Use Development District.
All right, as I said, that will be a public hearing, so we will now move on to items for original consideration. Item number one.
Item number one under original consideration, an ordinance reappropriating the 2015 adopted budget.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number two.
Item number two, a resolution accepting title to 28 Ingersoll Avenue from the Schenectady Urban Renewal Agency.
Also discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number three.
Item number three, a resolution authorizing the sale of 11, 18, and 28 Ingersoll Avenue.
Again, discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number four.
Item number four, a resolution authorizing the sale of 1218 Pleasant Street.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number five.
Item number five, a resolution authorizing the City of Schenectady to settle a tax certiorari for 4270 Queen Philharmonia Boulevard.
Discussed in claims committee without objection on consent. Item number six.
Item number six, a resolution authorizing the City of Schenectady to settle a tax certiorari for 4261 Queen Philomena Boulevard.
Again, discussed in claims without objection on consent. Item number seven.
Item number seven, a resolution authorizing the City of Schenectady to settle a tax certiorari for 4260 Queen Philharmonia Boulevard.
Also discussed in claims without objection on consent. Item number eight.
Item number eight, a resolution authorizing the City of Schenectady to settle a tax certiorari for 4250 Queen Philharmonia Boulevard.
And discussed in claims without objection on consent. Item number nine.
Item number nine, a resolution authorizing the City of Schenectady to settle a tax certiorari for 4240 Queen Philharmonia Boulevard.
Also discussed in claims without objection on consent. Item number 10.
Item number 10, a resolution recognizing the month of February as African American History Month.
This will be taken out of order. Ms. Porterfield will present that. Item number 11.
Item number 11, a resolution recognizing the Schenectady City School District 2015 Spelling Bee Champions.
This will also be taken out of order. Mr. Kosher will present that. Item number 12.
Item number 12, a resolution recognizing participants of Bridges to Youth.
Okay, also out of order. Ms. Porterfield will present that. Item number 13.
Item number 13, a resolution recognizing the Union College men's hockey team as the winners of the 2015 Mayor's Cup.
Also taken out of order. Ms. Perazzo will present that. And then we have three items for unanimous consent. Item number 13A.
Item number 13A, under unanimous consent, a resolution recognizing National Silver Glove Boxing Tournament champions Jaye Brown and Nazir Mayfield.
Will someone move this to the agenda? Okay, Mr. Mudaviran, seconded by Mr. Kosher. All in favor, say aye. All right, and this one will be taken out of order. Again, Mr. Mudaviran will present that. Item number 13B.
Item number 13B, a resolution transferring title to various properties to the Schenectady Urban Renewal Agency.
I'll entertain a motion to move that on the agenda. Ms. Perazzo, seconded by Mr. Riggi. All in favor? Aye. And then a motion to move it to the consent agenda. Okay, Ms. Porterfield, Mr. Mudaviran, seconds. All in favor? Aye. And item 13C.
13C, a resolution confirming the appointment of Mark D. Nofoy to the City of Schenectady Civilian Police Review Board.
Okay, Mr. Moudavaran moves that, Ms. Perazzo seconds it. All in favor? Aye. And then to move it to the consent agenda, Mr. Moudavaran, Ms. Perazzo seconds. All in favor? Aye. All right, if there's no additional business to come before the City Council caucus meeting, I'll declare that meeting closed and call to order the City Council meeting for February 23rd, 2015. Please rise for the invocation by the Reverend Richard Frank from Maranatha Church.
Almighty God, we come tonight welcoming your presence into this room to grant us your peace, your wisdom, and your counsel. We ask that all decisions made tonight would be for the good of our community and for our city. We pray for all of our officials, elected and appointed, that you will bless them, touch them, and minister to them and through them for the good of the people of Schenectady. All of this we ask in the wonderful name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
I'll ask Andy Brick to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, if the clerk would call the roll.
Ms. Perazzo. Ms. Porterfield. Mr. Ferrari. Mr. Kosher. Mr. Riggi. Mr. Moudavaran. Ms. King.
Present. All right, we have 5 out-of-order resolutions, so we will start with the one for African American History Month. Ms. Porterfield.
Thank you. I'd like to call to the rail folks from Team Go, the members of Team Go, to please come behind the rail. Madam President.
Okay, you have the floor.
Thank you. Before I present the resolution, I just, as we all know, February is African American History Month, where we celebrate the contributions of African Americans throughout the country. And usually when we talk about it, we talk about what's happened many years ago, maybe, and not so present. And so it's important to recognize and to realize that yes, we have all those things to celebrate, but there are young people that continue to do things, to change lives, and to make contributions as African Americans. So tonight, members of Team Go are here. They will be accepting the resolution. So, a resolution recognizing the month of February as African American History Month. Whereas the contributions of African Americans are a distinct part of the social and cultural history of the United States. And whereas each year the nation takes the month of February to evaluate and commemorate the innumerable awards, accomplishments, and achievements attained by African Americans in this country. And whereas Schenectady was home to the abolitionist and barber Richard P.G. Wright, Theodore Sedgwick Wright, who was the first African American to graduate from an American theological seminary, and Bartlett Jackson, who was the first African American hired by the Schenectady Police Department. And whereas historically African American communities join together to address needs within their community, and the city of Schenectady can look to its residents, past and present, who contribute to African American history. And whereas a local coalition of African American business owners, artists, parents, and everyday citizens committed to improving the lives of our youth created Team Go. Together, everyone achieves more goals overall. One of their initiatives is the Bully Proof Project, where men of the community met every day in front of Mount Pleasant Middle School to walk kids home over a 2-month period, ensuring their safety. And whereas Team Go is a grassroots group of African Americans dedicated to addressing problems in underserved communities by utilizing resources within the community. They seek to achieve these goals by collaborating with like-minded individuals and organizations that understand it truly takes a village. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Mayor, Gary R. McCarthy, and the City Council do hereby pause in their deliberations to recognize the month of February as African American History Month in the City of Schenectady in order to promote the ongoing study of our nation's history and to recognize the contributions of the African American community to our great city. Madam President, I move the resolution.
All right, seconded by Ms. Perazzo. All in favor? Aye.
Okay, I think it's on. I have a big mouth anyway, so I think we're all right. So I'm definitely honored to be here today and to be recognized on behalf of Team Go. It is a team, not just me. I think one of our core philosophies is that we view ourselves as leaders in the community. And leaders don't change people. We create the conditions in which change occurs. So we understand and recognize our obligation to help when it's needed in our community. We have that ownership model, and definitely it takes a village. And I really just want to say that we greatly appreciate you guys recognizing us today. And I've seen people come out to our events, Ms. Porterfield, Peraza, I almost called you the wrong thing. So it's very important for that visibility, because what that does is that reiterates the culture, the very unique culture that's in Schenectady right now. People are changing. People are trying to advocate for underserved communities, marginalized people. And that's what we're about. And as a community, this is a mission that we all must take very seriously. So I just want to tell you, thank you so much, and thank everyone here supporting us today. So we greatly appreciate that.
And can we have all your team members stand up?
Yes, so right now, I think I'm the only team member here.
Oh, okay.
But I think I would definitely ask the extended Team Go members, as my family, Schenectady Youth Build, and everyone to please rise, and as well as Hector Ramirez, the people that have helped me so much, help Team Go. Yeah. Thank you again. Again, anyone can be a member of Team Go. It's Team Go, not Team Wait, for a reason. We're about just getting out there and getting it done, and your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, the next out-of-order resolution is for the Schenectady City School District Spelling Bee Champions. Mr. Kosher.
Winners from the local group, come on up. Come on in, come on inside. Very good, Madam Chair, President, if I may, read the following resolution. Thank you. And it's a resolution recognizing the Schenectady City School District 2015 Spelling Bee Champions. And whereas the Schenectady City School District remains committed to promoting excellence in its students, whereas each year it hosts a district-wide spelling bee to determine the best spellers to represent the city in regional contests, and whereas this year's spelling bee took place at Mount Pleasant Middle School on January 26th of 2015, and whereas Emily Fredericks, a sixth grader from Page, won first place. Emily, raise your hand. And Amen Gilanato, fourth grader from Zoller, took second place. And Michaela Adair, from a sixth grader from Page School, won third place. And from our middle school division, we had three winners as well. We had Joshua Mayabear, who was a seventh grader from Central Park Middle School, won first place. Not here. And Naya Hope Glenn, who was a seventh grader from Central Park Middle School, won second place. All right, and you must be my third place winner? You got to pronounce your name for me, my friend. What's your first name?
Pamberry.
Pamberry. Kozai Pamberry, seventh grader from Zalo. So now therefore be resolved that the Mayor, Gary R. McCarthy, and the City Council do hereby pause in our deliberations to recognize the achievements of these talented students and to wish them good luck under the bright lights of Proctor Stage in the Regional Spelling Bee, which is scheduled for tomorrow night, February 24, 2015. And what time does it start? 5 p.m., and it might go until 11:30 at night, one of you folks were saying. So it might be a very, very late evening at Proctor's. But again, congratulations to all of you, and we'll get the resolutions out to you. And Madam Chair, can I have a motion on this, please?
Okay, you've moved it, seconded by Mr. Mudavaren. All in favor? Aye. Congratulations.
Good luck tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. All right? We will get the other resolution. We're short a couple resolutions, but we'll make sure that they get those. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. The next out of order item is recognizing Bridges to Youth. Ms. Porterfield.
Thank you. Will all the participants in Bridges to Youth that are here tonight please come behind the rail? Are we all in here? Double up. Is that everybody? Madam President?
You have the floor.
Thank you. So before I read the resolution, I just wanted to give a little bit of background for those of you that don't know. There was a conference in December that the Schenectady Foundation put on, and it was the second conference, and it was talking about bridges out of poverty, and this time was really directed towards youth. So as part of that conference, they had workshops and had young people come to talk about what they would like to see, what they see that the problems are, and what they see as some of the solutions. So the young people that we see here tonight participated in that. And I had the opportunity to meet them a little bit earlier today and just to talk with them. And I have to tell you that we have some outstanding young people here who are going to be wonderful leaders in our community in the future. And they had really great questions to ask. And also, what I thought was extremely important about ways that they could become involved and become decision makers. So was so pleased to meet them and to interact with them. And I think you may have some young people that may want to participate in the council, the Millennial Council, so they're really interested. So with that, I'd like to read the resolution. A resolution recognizing participants of Bridges to Youth. Whereas Bridges to Youth Conference, a call to action for Schenectady youth and for the community to work more collaboratively and strategically to the advantage of our young people, of our young community members, was held on December 3rd, 2014. And whereas the purpose of the conference was to view our community through the lens of young people, teens, and adults, to help us better understand how they see their lives and prospective futures. And whereas the goal of the conference was for adult participants to coalesce around a vision of how we engage and encourage our young people towards success. And whereas these young people, Tiana Bethia, Jonathan Colon, Brianna Cruzado, Audrey Garcia, Mecca Hemhill, Abe Powell, Hemvadi Ramatal, Davina Teeling, Isaiah Teeling, Shakira Turner, I think there's just a couple more whose names aren't here, were panelists in Real Talk, a candid forum, and how teens view teen pregnancy. And whereas they sacrificed their time to attend focus groups and the conference, showed the courage to speak before such a large audience, and trusted adults by sharing such painful and private pieces of their lives. And whereas it is important for our city that we engage the youth of our community and maximize upon their participation, ideas, and visions for the future. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Mayor, Gary R. McCarthy, and the City Council do hereby pause in their deliberations to recognize these young people and thank them for participating in building the future of the City of Schenectady. Madam President, I move the resolution.
Okay, seconded by Mr. Mudavaren. All in favor? Aye. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Mecca Hemphil, and we just wanted to take the time out to thank you guys for being here and listening to what we have to say. Time is very valuable, and thank you. We appreciate you guys.
Hi, my name is Brianna Cruzado. I'm 19 years old, and I'm currently enrolled in Youth Build.
Hello, my name is Yusuf Chris, and I just want to give you guys an appreciation for appreciating us. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Tiana Bethia. I'm 13, and I go to Mount Pleasant.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Teeling. I am 20, and I go to Youth Build Schenectady.
My name is Shakora Turner, and I just want to thank you guys for appreciating us. Thank you.
I'm Anton Gonzalez. I go to Youth Build Schenectady. You guys have my thanks.
I'm Davina Teeling, and I wanted to tell you guys I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I do attend Youth Build Schenectady.
Hello, I'm Michael Perdomo. Thanks a lot.
I'm Audrey Garcia. I'm 14, and I go to MLK School.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Cologne. First of all, it's an honor to be here, and it was an honor to hear all of these guys' story and participate with them in the conference. And second of all, I'm proud to be an active citizen and participant in my community. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. I got that. So we have resolutions for the participants, and again, I want to thank you for that. And I look forward to seeing you participating in Schenectady government in some way in the very near future. So thank you very much.
Okay. Again, thank you too. So.
Oh, no, I got it covered. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to hold off on the Union College hockey resolution until the players can get here. They have practice tonight. So we'll move on to resolution number 14 for the boxing champions. Mr. Mudavaren. Okay, Coach Kettle and Dr. DeLuke, would you like to come inside the rail as well?
Madam President.
You have the floor.
A resolution recognizing National Silver Glove Boxing Tournament champions Jaye Brong and Nazir Mayfield. Whereas the Schenectady Ring of Hope Boxing and Fitness Club established the Peaceful Warrior Club to help disadvantaged youth develop positive life skills such as self-discipline, responsibility, commitment, and self-control, and anger management. And whereas the Peaceful Warrior Club emphasized as its 3 pillars: school attendance, academic responsibility, and violence prevention. And whereas 2 of its members, the Schenectady High School sophomore Jaye Brong and Nazir Mayfield, recently traveled to Independent, Missouri to compete in the National Silver Gloves Tournament. And whereas the National Silver Glove Tournament is an annual competition for amateur boxing in the United States, open to all non-professional pugilists between the age of 10 and 15. And whereas Jair Brong with a boxing record of 14-1, defeated Skylar Gill of Ohio with a score of 3-0 to win the championship in his weight class. And whereas Nazir Mayfield, with a boxing record of 12-2, defeated his opponent by total knockout to win the championship in his weight class and to regain his title after a prior championship win in 2013. And whereas both young men remained committed to academic excellence, now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor, Gary R. McCarthy, the City Council, do hereby pause in their deliberation to recognize the achievements of Jahe Brown and Nazir Mayfield as the national champion, to encourage them in their continued study, and to wish them luck as they train for the National Gold Gloves and Junior Olympic Tournament. Congratulations.
You move it to say. Okay. So, yeah.
May I have a move, please?
Yes, you move it, second by Ms. Porterfield. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for acknowledging the achievements of me, Jai, and the whole Ring of Hope boxing team. And we're just going to continue to work hard and make Schenectady proud.
My name is Jai Brown, but in the ring you could call me Jai the Beast, the Lord Brown. First of all, I just want to give all the glory to Jesus. I just want to thank God. Because without God, none of this is possible. And I want to just thank my best friend, Lewis, who's like a brother to me. I mean, he didn't go because he was too old, but he just, he helped me so much. Nasir and Lewis, we just train hard every day, every single day. And when we about to give up, he said, your opponent not giving up. So I just want to thank him. That's it.
I just want to let it be known that the work that's being done at the Ring of Hope is in the spirit of helping the city of Schenectady grow. As we pour more into our young people and we cultivate them, we're going to see some vast changes take place in the city and in the place that we live, the place that we love. And so it's the support of the youth that's going to make the change.
It's been kind of a common theme here tonight of preparing these young men and women for service in the community. And I think the nice thing about this recognition, and we appreciate so much Mayor McCarthy and the City Council for providing this exposure, but it's very apparent that it's not just about boxing. This is about developing the youth academically, athletically, of course, spiritually, as Jaye put so nicely. And this is truly what it's all about. And going forward, to have the opportunity to have a little recognition like this in this forum makes other people aware of just what this club is all about and what we all do. So for that, we thank you very much. And who knows, in this community, we may have a future mayor or council person right among us right here after the boxing career is over. So thank you so much for this recognition.
Shout out to my coach, Freedom, Coach Kittles, and Coach Mark. Hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication.
Again, congratulations. Sure.
Okay. What's that?
So I just,
Apparently, well, all of Team Go wasn't here before, so he wants to make sure that his team gets recognized, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Really fast, and I appreciate your patience. I think that it's very important that we bring some visibility to all the faces of Team Go from many different walks of life. And this gentleman, I just asked him to come up here with me for one quick second and be recognized. Mr. Denzel Morris, one of the founders of Team Go, will actually help us with a lot of these action steps and putting himself on the line for the community. We just greatly appreciate you, so I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, come on over here. Because this is us. This is definitely a collective effort. Definitely a collective effort. So
I just want to say thank you to everyone that's acknowledging what's going on in the community. We've come a long way. It's a lot of work to be done in the community, and it's only together that we will achieve more goals overall. And that's the motto of Team Go. I'm looking forward to 2015, doing a lot more things in the community and working with more people such as the people gathered in this room who see that there's a need for it in our community. So just thank you for the acknowledgement and keep up the good work as well.
Thank you. Okay, you're going to check to see if they're here? Okay. We're just waiting a minute here for our Union College hockey team. Okay. So then we'll continue with the agenda and then come back for the hockey presentation. We have one public hearing, if the clerk would read that.
Public hearing number 1, amending the Schenectady City Code to amend the zoning of select parcels on State Street and Brandywine Avenue from C2 Mixed Use Commercial District to PMD Planned Mixed Use Development District.
All right, I have two people signed up to speak on this. The first is Andy Brick. Andy, we may want to just hold up a second and give folks time to leave. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, Mr. Brick, I think we can continue here.
Sure. Thank you, Madam President, and thank you for the personal honor of allowing me to lead this body in the Pledge of Allegiance. That was very exciting for me, and thank you for that opportunity. Also, it was great for me to be here. I think we've seen a large slice of the future of this city here this evening, and it's quite a privilege to hear all the accomplishments of the young men and women that were here before me. I'm not half as exciting. I'm here on behalf of Atlantic Development, who is the applicant for a zone change at the corner of State and Brandywine Avenue. Atlantic Development is a New England development company, and they have never done a project before in New York State. When they were looking for a project in New York State, the project they chose to be their first project in New York State is here in Schenectady, and I think that's a testament to the great things that are going on here in the city. Also, in addition, it's going to be the first application of the city's PMD district zoning, which has placed in the code a few years back but has never been utilized, so it's an also exciting aspect, as well as taking a vacant lot that's in a very visible location that everyone's familiar with and placing it upon the tax rolls, hopefully with successful development. I'm here to say on behalf of Atlantic Development that we are greatly appreciative of the support and welcome that we've received from Mayor McCarthy, as well as from Ray Gillen at Metroplex Development Authority. We also appeared before the Planning Commission and received a unanimous recommendation to this board for the zone change. And coincidentally, while we were at the Planning Commission meeting, there were a number of residents there on unrelated business that happened to live in the neighborhood where this project is proposed. And some of them spoke directly to the Planning Commission and came up to us after the meeting and were very supportive of this project. We intend, should this zone change be approved, to schedule community meetings and meet with the neighborhood and the community to understand what they would like to see occur on this particular corner in terms of future development. So we are here this evening asking that this board consider rezoning the properties involved to the PMD, Planned Mixed District zoning, and we're available to answer any questions that you or staff may have as we go forward in this process. And I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Chuck Steiner.
Good evening. I'm Chuck Steiner, President of the Chamber of Schenectady County. On behalf of the Chamber, we are in support of the Atlantic Development's request for proposed zoning amendments for numerous properties on State Street and Brandywine Avenue and the proposed change from C2 mixed-use commercial district to a planned mixed-use development district. Under Schenectady's existing zoning classification for the site, the developer would be limited to just 12,000 square feet of new construction. It is our understanding that the developer has asked the city to approve a zoning change that would make the 3-acre site a planned mixed-use district, allowing the city and the developer to work together to create a plan for the site that will incorporate multiple buildings, a landscaped urban green space that will serve as a welcoming gateway feature for residents and visitors alike. This site, with approval, could be the beginning of a revitalization of this area of State Street, enhancing the neighborhood and energizing this major intersection of Central State Street area. We believe it will turn a blighted 3-acre site at the corner of State Street and Brandywine into a welcoming gateway from I-890 into the city and a key corner of the State Street corridor. It would serve as a catalyst that will boost the neighborhood and attract people and additional development to the section of State Street. The Chamber is pleased to learn that Atlantic Development Group has committed to this project. Their hallmark is their ability to work effectively with municipalities, development and planning term on successful projects. Atlantic Development Group has a solid track record with more than 4 million square feet built in New England. Their experience and background in engineering and general contracting gives them an acute awareness of architectural, engineering, environmental requirements for this type of multi-purpose project. They will be also able to provide a team that maintains the design concepts that can meet a required budget and will enhance the quality of construction. They're known for the projects that improve integration between the developments and the natural environment. Their track record shows projects are aesthetically pleasing, economically feasible, and environmentally sustainable. We're fortunate that they've approached each project with a cooperative mindset and are looking forward to working with the city on this project. The $6 million plus investment in the key Schenectady corner is important, but the long-term impact of a project like this will improve the site, thriving businesses, and attract landscaped urban green space could serve to ignite additional investment in this corridor and surrounding neighborhood. That would be a real win for Schenectady. The Chamber supports the request of Atlantic Development, and we thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening.
Thank you. I have no one else signed up to speak on the public hearing, so I'm going to declare the public hearing closed, and we will now move back to our last ceremonial resolution with the Union College Hockey and the Mayor's Cup. Ms. Perazzo.
Madam President?
You have the floor.
Thank you. This is a resolution recognizing the Union College men's hockey team as the winners of the 2015 Mayor's Cup. Whereas the Union College men's hockey team has a tradition of excellence, which was highlighted most recently by winning that, little old thing, the national championship in 2014. And whereas an historic and exciting rivalry exists between Union College Dutchmen and the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute engineers, and whereas that rivalry has a following throughout the Capital Region, which led to the creation of the Mayor's Cup in 2013, and whereas the Dutchmen were able to return the Cup to the City of Schenectady with a victory over RPI on January 24, 2015, whereas Union dominated the score in its 8-3 victory with a hat trick by senior Daniel Ciampiani. That's good. And goals by sophomore Mike Vecchione and Eli Lickenstead, the freshmen Nick DeSimeone and Ryan Scarfo. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor, Gary R. McCarthy, and City Council do hereby pause in their deliberations to recognize Union College men's hockey team as the winners of the 2015 Mayor's Cup and as a continuing source of pride in the city of Schenectady. And Madam President, I want to move this because it means the cup is coming home.
Yes. Yay. Seconded by Mr. Mudaveran. All in favor? Aye. Congratulations.
This could be the shortest talk here in this building right now, but I just being the coach here at Union College, been very blessed to work with these guys here. And Mayor, you've done a phenomenal job in the city, and we really do appreciate it. And I'll tell you what, it's great to bring this back home to you and elected officials. So please enjoy, and thank you very much for everything you've done for us.
Thank you, and congratulations.
And we had the case built for it. We had to put a sign up there last year where it was on temporary loan to the city of Troy. And I would hope, guys, that we never have to put that sign back up again. But thank you, Coach Bennett, and the great performance that the team has done and the great work that the athletic department of Union College does.
Okay. Again, congratulations.
Nice to meet you. Congratulations. Well done, guys. Thank you. Well done. Great job. Congratulations. Yep. Thank you. Absolutely. Congratulations. Yeah,
thank you.
Congratulations. Need some background music.
I know. Okay, take care. All right, we will now move back to the agenda, and I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from February 9th, 2015, made by Mr. Mudaveran, second by Ms. Parazzo. All in favor? Aye. Communications and petitions.
Communications presented to the City Council for Monday, February 23rd, 2015. Under Official, from the Mayor, a list of appointments dated February 23rd, 2015. Under General, a letter from the American Legion, 27th Division, Post 1002, to the City of Schenectady extending their gratitude for the rental money to support their post. A letter from the American Legion, 27th Division, Post 1005, to the City of Schenectady extending their gratitude for the rental money to support their post. A letter from the American Gold Star Mothers, Chapter 7, to the City of Schenectady extending their gratitude for the generous donation. A letter from the Schenectady veterans of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam to the City of Schenectady extending their gratitude for the rental money to support their post. Under petitions, there are none.
Okay, thank you. Any committee reports? Ms. Porterfield.
Thank you. I'd like to report that the Health and Recreation Committee met on last Thursday, February 19th, and we met with, there were actually 18 people that were present, 15 from the community, and 3 staff members, Councilman Riggi and Councilman Kosher were there as well. We make up the Health and Recreation Committee. And what we did was discuss the money that's in the budget to do different things in the parks throughout, in the 24 parks throughout the city. And the neighborhoods that were present gave information on what they've done so far, what they're planning to do in the parks in the future. And also there present was the president of the chair of the newly formed Recreation Advisory Commission, Rich Paterni, and so we had a discussion about things that have gone on so far and what the neighborhoods would like to see happen in their parks. The end result was that the different neighborhoods will be submitting information on what they've done and what they'd like to see happen, so we can, and to prioritize that, so we can talk about how to get things done in the parks before the summer. The next step is that the Recreation Advisory Commission will be meeting with its members. It's a very new commission. It's just, I think everybody got appointed, the last people were last week. They will be having their initial meeting to talk about that. And their job is to actually do the inventory of the various parks to see what's needed. And they will be doing that. And then all the different neighborhoods will be in touch with that commission to submit their, the information on what they'd like to see in their parks. So that's what happened at the meeting, and those are the next steps. So we will continue to report out as we move forward. And I just want to reiterate that this is open to all neighborhoods, all parks, or, you know, we're interested in hearing from all neighborhoods of what they'd like to see in the parks, no specific neighborhood. So people should, even if they're not a part of their neighborhoods, their neighborhood association would like to see things happen in the park, they should reach out to their neighborhood association and give that information so that we can get that and get things moving. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. We'll move on to privilege of the floor related to the legislative agenda. I have no one signed up to speak, so I'm going to declare that closed. And I will entertain a motion then to approve the legislative agenda. Mr. Riggi, seconded by Mr. Mudavaran. All in favor? Aye. Okay. And then we'll move to privilege of the floor regarding city business. I have 4 people signed up to speak. Joy Hall.
I'm Joy Hall of Schenectady. We got one big problem. Streets could be plowed a little bit better. We've got a lot of potholes everywhere. And a lot of these side streets are not plowed very good. And they need to fix some lights and stuff everywhere and make sure that these streets are plowed a little better in a better manner. If everybody would stay off the streets, keep their cars in the driveway or something, the streets would get done better. That's what I feel.
Okay, thank you. John Howard.
Good evening, Council. Good evening, Mr. Mayor. My name is John Earl Howard III. I'm a lifelong resident here at the City of Schenectady. Back in May of 2014, I gained employment with the city as a seasonal labor loader. Upon my appointment, I was placed in the SNAP department. SNAP is Schenectady Neighborhood Assistance Program. What we basically do is we renovate or maintain a lot of dilapidated properties here in the city of Schenectady. While I was employed, I was informed that in order to maintain my employment and have the possibility of becoming a full-time employment, I'd have to earn my CDL, commercial driver's license. I paid for the permit, I took the test, I passed the test, I scheduled a road test. My initial road test I didn't pass, I rescheduled and passed my second test. I got my CDL. And to my benefit, I was told in early December, as a result of me getting the CDL, that I will remain on with the opportunity to become permanent with the City of Schenectady. While that happened, I transferred from the SNAP department over to trash department, the waste department. So I was driving a truck and I was removing waste. After the season was over, around Christmas Eve, a lot of the seasonal guys got let go. Now, first week back, we had an awful lot of trash. And it's a whole new calendar year, so a bunch of guys got a bunch of sick time. And as a result, I came to work on a Monday. We had a cold front come in. It was freezing cold. I was sweating. I took my hat off, which was an error, and I ended up becoming ill. That Tuesday, I came to work again. I told my shop steward that I wasn't feeling well, but quite a few guys had called in that day. And because guys called in that day, we only had about 8 trucks that were actually out, and we normally have around 12 to 13 trucks. So throughout the day, we all rushed to try to get the work done. Our union president said we got to get the work done. I stayed from 6 a.m. to 3:15. My supervisor came and picked me up, gave me a ride back. The trash still had some out. That Wednesday, I called in to work, even though I didn't have sick time because I was a seasonal employee. I reported to work Thursday morning. To my dismay, I was given my termination papers. At that point, I left directly down from Foster Ave and came here to the mayor's office in hopes to speak to the mayor, to speak to anybody. I was told because I wasn't a full-time employee, I don't have any union representation. I didn't have any issues with regard to my work performance. I came to work every day. I got sick. I missed one day of work, and I got fired. I came down here repeatedly with attempts to try to speak to the mayor. I spoke to Angelica Morris from Human Rights. I spoke to Miriam Conjusti from the Affirmative Action. I regret to inform the city now I'm moving forward with Human Rights of Albany, and I'm going to pursue a lawsuit. This is unfortunate. I want to be a part of this city. I'm born and raised here, and I think it's important that we have inclusion. I understand we have policies to put in place.
Mr. Howard, I need you to summarize, please. Your time is up.
There's got to be some gray area, and something's got to be done to try to give people a fair opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Marva Isaacs.
Madam President, Mr. Mayor, City Council. What I'm going to talk about tonight is the article in the Gazette about the taxes. People didn't pay taxes. There is just the minority in this paper. All is minority in the front page of this paper. The person that worked for the city, her picture was not in here. She didn't pay her taxes, but her picture was not in here. They put all the minorities in the front page. Joe Allen is not on the city council. He don't work for the city. Why is his picture in front here? And I think that's wrong. Put everybody, if you're going to put the rest of people, put everybody in the papers, in the front page. And that's wrong. Next thing is, the people that did clean the streets properly, that did clean the streets. I was very proud of them cleaning the streets, but they have to have somebody who is telling the people not to dig the snow from their yard and throw it out there on the streets, because it makes the street look like if nobody did anything. They cannot throw the snow on the street. If it's the police supposed to give them a ticket, you got to inform the police they have to give a ticket. If it's code enforcement, you have to tell code enforcement a ticket is supposed to be issued for that, because when the street is plowed, it looks nasty when everybody throws the snow out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Tony Bonhomme.
Tony Bonhomme, Bellevue. I haven't been here for a while for personal reasons and sickness, so just want to comment on the state of the city that the mayor gave. He says Oak Street Bridge, they were checking the structural damage on it. I mean, the structural damage should have been checked when that bridge first went down, in my opinion. I mean, structural damage is on the piers from what bridge work I did in the service. And that should be the railroad, if I'm not mistaken, that'd be worried about that. So, wondering why it took so long just to get the structural damage done on this. Last February, at a Bellevue Preservation meeting, the city engineers said design was to be complete last year, and construction was to start this year. That's what the engineers said. Now we're doing structural damage, there's no design. I haven't heard anything on that. Also, he says that because the people have to go around, they can't use the bridge. Helderberg Avenue, coming in from Rotterdam on Helderberg Avenue is terrible. And he said that he was going to get that fixed. Not done. If we have to go down Helderberg Avenue, go across Altamont Avenue, from the railroad bridge, that's over the bridge that's over the railroad tracks, going out to Chrysler Avenue, that is a disaster. I don't know if anyone has traveled that, but that is a disaster over there. So what I'm assuming is people are telling us things at meetings and stuff. I think they're trying to pacify us. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but they're telling us one thing, we expect something, and it's not happening. I'd like to know what's going on. Not only the safety of it, that the fire trucks have a hard time coming around, I stopped and figured out how much gas I have to use to go around. In 23 months, I used an awful lot of gas. And it's just like paying an extra tax to me. The new parking meters that they have, someone told me that they don't accept dollar bills. There are parking meters that do accept dollar bills. They only accept coins and credit cards. I don't know, I've never used them. But they say there are meters out there that do accept dollar bills, so if they have to get more, this would be something to consider on them. And I have an idea, just something quick. That 0.9 cents on the gallon of gasoline that we get, to get money for road repairs, anybody that pays city tax, sales tax, why don't they put that 1 cent up to make it an even dollar or whatever it is, and use that money for road repair? It's just something to throw out at you, see if that can be done. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no one else signed up, so I'm going to declare this portion of the meeting closed, and we'll move to miscellaneous business of the council. Ms. Perazzo.
Yes, thank you. A couple of announcements that didn't transfer over here. Let me. There's an OSHA 10-hour training construction safety certification course that's going to be held on March 4th and 5th. It's at the Steinmetz Homes Community Room. There is a fee involved. It's a $200 fee, $199 actually, and registration is required. But it is a certification course, so if you're interested, you can contact McTap, which I'll give you after this, their phone number after this next announcement. Also on Friday, March 6th, McTap will be holding a free renovation, repair, painting, initial training course. And you can contact them for more information on that also, and it's 372-4409. 372-4409. As we were doing the ceremonial resolutions this evening and reading off names, I thought, what a fabulously diverse community we are. We are just made up of, such diverse people and all doing these great things. And it was just, I don't know, it felt like a great night. And also it's wonderful to be reminded of all that our youth are accomplishing on a regular basis, because I think sometimes our next generation isn't understood by the previous generation. So it's always good to remember that there's a lot of young people doing a lot of great things. And finally, on the opposite side of feeling positive and wonderful, I do want to express my sincere condolences to the family of Carlos Figueroa, who was shot and killed on Hamilton Hill, a 26-year-old man who had 2 children, and also Draven Rodriguez, who took his own life recently at 17 years old. Both very tragic and sad circumstances, and my heart goes out to the families, and I just wanted to offer my sympathy.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Ferrari.
Madam President, the DSIC and myself have been working quite diligently on how we can honor our veterans and our active duty members who are serving for our freedom. And what we've come up with is a banner program. It's called the Downtown Schenectady Hometown Heroes Banner Program. And it's a banner that will be displayed from mid-May until mid-November from Veterans Park to South Church Street. It's a banner that includes a beautiful photo of themselves, their name and their branch of the military that they serve or have served in. And in order to qualify for this banner program, there are a couple prerequisites. They, first of all, have to be either born in Schenectady, graduated from a Schenectady City School District, or a current resident. And at a financial support of $300, they will have this beautiful banner hanging throughout the city. And they will also receive a 8x10 photo for their families to display at home. And at the end of this period of honoring our service members throughout the city, they will receive the actual banner. Those that are interested are asked to call Colleen at the DSIC at 377-9430 to get more information. Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Mudavaran.
Just a quick announcement. The STAR exemption are due on March 1st, and I encourage everyone who has not filed the application for Veterans Basic and the Enhanced STAR exemption, please do so before March 1st. Don't wait until March 1st. If you have any question or concern, please contact our assessor office at 382-5075. It's very important. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Riggi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Some of the issues that have come to my attention are fire hydrants this winter. I'm not sure what happened to the markers on some of them. They've disappeared. I know sometimes kids pull them down, but I think it's very important that they be replaced because my neighbor and myself, we couldn't find the one by Fairview Park. We finally found it, but it was buried. You couldn't find it. So I don't know how a fire department could find it either. I think it's important that in the good weather, if it ever comes this year, maybe that rebar can get replaced on those hydrants, because it's very important, even if we want people to shovel them out, for that to happen. And on that, I understand that I think our fire department asked Sheriff D'Agostino for help with inmates to shovel out the hydrants, and it became a unit work problem with the unions. But I would like to see if our unions could get together for the betterment of Schenectady and for the safety of our residents, that maybe they could acquiesce a little bit, maybe a little give and take, because the important thing is that the hydrants get shoveled out. That's certainly important, and of course I understand unions have their rights, but maybe something can be worked out, because if they don't get shoveled out, somebody could be at risk for sure, and it could be anybody's family member or any resident of Schenectady, and it's very important. But I think, again, the real important thing is the markers on these hydrants. A lot of them have just disappeared. I've been looking, and a lot of them are gone. So I think that's an important thing for us to do. On the snow issues, our Saturday, that was pretty well recognized as we were going to get some snow Saturday. So my wife and I were going to Mount Carmel for Vigil Mass, and I came down Broadway, and it wasn't in very good shape. This was at 3:30, 3:45. Congress Street Hill must have just got salted because there was a young lady whose car was right off the ground on one of the guardrails. She must have came down Congress Street and lost control. Thank God she didn't slide into the intersection because it could have been a lot worse, but I saw her car was right off the ground. The wheels weren't touching the ground. There was a police officer there and she was in the car. But again, with Bellevue not being protected by our own fire station that we had years ago, I think it's important that immediately we have attention to Broadway Hill and Congress Street Hill, because if Station 1 is answering a call somewheres, we have to rely on Station 3. I realize we can call from mutual aid, maybe from Rotterdam, but again, I think it's important that that should have been salted. Why it wasn't salted, I don't know, but it wasn't in very good shape. I was there myself, I saw it. It wasn't in very good shape. Most of our side streets, even Upper Campbell Avenue, is narrowed down now where traffic cannot pass both ways. And if there's no place to pull in, it becomes another problem. If somebody doesn't want to back up, we could have confrontation, and most of the side streets are this way. I know it's been a tough winter, but I think one thing, it's a mayor's prerogative for snow emergencies, but I think we need uniform parking rules, at least for winter months, because we have alternate side parking, we have one side only parking, we have parking on both sides, and I think it makes it difficult for our plow operators to clear the snow properly. So maybe something we can look at for next year, hopefully, is to have uniform parking rules for the city, because it's like a mismatch of parking rules all throughout the city. And if we had uniform, maybe from November 1st to May 1st or April 15th or whatever we want to use for either alternate side parking or something like that, so the plow operators can plow both sides so our streets don't narrow down. I know this is a little bit unusual winter, but we've had winters like this before and worse. But right now the streets are in such shape, I think emergency vehicles are having a problem getting around, so that's not a good thing. It's something that we have to certainly address, and I think it's something should be done for next year. And on that, I want to thank everybody, all the city workers that work outdoors in this horrid winter that we had. I don't even know what to say about it. Our trash collectors, our police officers, fire officers, anybody that has to work outside, crossing guards. It's been a horrific winter for those people, and they really deserve all the best because it's tough out there. I don't even want to be out there for a couple minutes. Hopefully spring will come soon and we won't have to worry about the snow or anything else, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, it doesn't look like. So just food for thought, I think some of the things that we have to look at for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? No? Okay, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, where Councilmember Perazo talked about the diversity and the level of excitement and energy that exists within the youth and various groups within our community. It was great to see so many people here tonight, and for the council and the city to give them some small token recognition for the work and the things that they're doing. Yesterday we had kicked off our 4th year of the Homes program. Had the open houses in Schenectady. Look forward to continuing that through the spring as we do our next round of foreclosures, and working with the council as we bring the houses in, clean them up, and sell them to put them back on the tax rolls and create home ownership opportunities for individuals within the city of Schenectady. And coming up is the 10th Restaurant Week here in Schenectady, so that if people haven't been out recently or they've been snowbound, to take advantage of that, to go out to the many venues that will be open where they can get a great deal, have a great deal, a great meal, and enjoy some of the fine things that are happening here in the city of Schenectady. Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. And I have nothing else to add, so at this point I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Kosher, seconded by Mr. Riggi. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yep. Pleasure. Good evening.